Hello everyone, welcome to Run Rank. Today we saw Sifan Hassan break the 1 hour distance world record at this touted Diamond League matchup in Brussels, Belgium. We saw Sifan go head to head with Brave Coast Guy, who is the current world record holder at the marathon distance. Hassan ended up running a distance of 18,930 meters in the 1 hour time frame. Previous record was 18,517 meters set by Tide Tune in 2008. So she ended up besting the record by 413 meters. Very spectacular performance, without a doubt, as we're now getting used to from Sifan Hassan. Had a little bit of a blip on the radar a couple of weeks ago at the last Diamond League meet where she actually had to drop out of the 5,000 meter race. I was a little bit worried heading into this meet whether Sifan was in top form due to that dropout in the race. She had been dominating very consistently over all kinds of distances, and dropping out mid-race, a very competitive race, was a little bit of a worrying sign, but she seemed to come back in full form. Who knows what led to her dropping out in the previous race? I haven't really been able to find out any information. Apparently her training in Ethiopia with the COVID pandemic situation hadn't been going optimally, so that might have had an influence on that performance. But now, a couple of weeks later, she comes back in Brussels and breaks the 1 hour world record. Of course, as you all know, Hassan in 2019 also managed to break a couple of other world records. She set the world record at the 5-kilometer road race distance, as well as the mile distance. So this runner is up on the rise. Ethiopian born, came to the age of 15 to the Netherlands, and has since been representing the Netherlands on an international stage. So I was taking a look at the results here on the Diamond League website, put up here on the screen for you guys to take a look at. We see here Sifan Hassan, followed by a couple other runners who are pretty competitive in their own rights. And then we see that Brave Coast Guy actually, for some reason, was disqualified from the race. Really interesting to see what happened. I did see at some point within the race that she did stumble up against the railing and might have stepped over, but that typically doesn't lead to DQ unless it was inferred that she held an advantage or she did intentionally, which I didn't seem to think so when I was looking at the footage originally the first time. When I went back and took a look at it, around the distance ran that's marked on her finishing distance, I didn't really have a chance to see whether she did something that would be considered illegal, but hopefully this gets clarified. And maybe it's just the website that hasn't updated fully her final distance time, but it does show that she comes under disqualification. She ran fantastically in her own right. The race was pretty much a two-woman race for the majority of this race. After the pacemakers dropped off, we had Cost Guy really leading throughout the majority of the race, and then with a couple of laps to go, a couple minutes to go, better said, Kazga actually sort of waved Hassan through, saying, you know, you should take a little bit of share of the pacing duties, and Hassan followed through. I think she understood the sign. Hassan came to the lead, took the lead for a couple more laps, and then at that moment, Kazga realized that, you know, if I want a chance at this world record and beating Hassan, given that I'm a marathon runner while she has 1,500 meter finishing speed, I need to take this out faster and win from a longer way out. She tried to pick up the pace a bit, but you could tell who was the strongest of the runners at the distance. Kosgai had some grimacing on her face, and meanwhile Hassan seemed a little bit more relaxed throughout. And then with the 50 seconds to go, Hassan went ahead, took the lead, picked up the pace, and then even though Kosgai put in the sprint finish in her own right, and it was really impressive to watch that from a marathon runner, at about the 30-second mark, Hassan ended up really getting into that final 1,500 meter gear that she has in reserve all the time. And then with about 20 seconds left to go, Kosgai just wasn't able to match that pace. And so there you have it. Sifan Hassan besting Kosgai for that 1 hour distance world record. Really exciting race. I enjoyed watching it. Unfortunately, it wasn't streamed live. There's a little bit of a delay given broadcasting scenarios. Anyways, that's all from Run Rank here today. Subscribe, like if you like this content. We keep making more race recaps for you guys to enjoy. And until next time.